It's in the genes. How many times have you heard that? Musical legacy, family genes. It's in the blood. Kenny Rogers' family, of course, continues on with Dan Rogers, his nephew playing music, creating songs that we all love. Dan, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you. I want to tell you, my publicist said, look, it's $100 to do the show. And I said, I'll do it. Where do I send the check?
Oh yeah, I've got the check right here.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's our pleasure. It's great to have you with us. And you know, you've been making music for a long, long time, and it's amazing to me, you know, how the bloodline does work. That the talent just comes out, and you had nothing to do with it, and you managed to create something that's very much your own. How do you feel about that?
Oh gosh, you know, I feel like that. I inherited my talent. I got it the old-fashioned way. My grandfather, Kenny's dad, my grandfather Floyd, played fiddle, and his brothers played guitar, and they always played at barn dances and stuff in Apple Springs, Texas. And so I just feel like that. I feel like it. I like what Billy Cox, he was Jimi Hendrix's bass player. I've known him since he played with Jimmy. He said to me one day, he goes, "Danny, you were born into the music business. You didn't have a choice." Because my dad was a record promotion man and then producer and record company owner. And so it's, you know, it's all I know how to do. And it's something I feel like I was blessed with and anointed with at an early age.
Yeah. And when you heard your Uncle Kenny sing with the First Edition, is that the first place you saw him do something publicly?
No, I go back to Kenny playing bass with the Bobby Doyle Trio, a jazz group in Houston. I grew up, you know, as a kid, little kid, my dad taking me to clubs. He discovered Mickey Gilley. I grew up going to radio stations with him, promoting records, recording studios, nightclubs of artists rehearsing that he was producing. So yeah, I was immersed in that. And
I think I heard a little bit of that kind of reminiscing in Life, your album. That's very much a biographical kind of experience when I listened to what you did there.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what, I go through life. I don't write all the time like I used to anymore. I used to write a song every day, but now I go through life observing and learning. And then I go back when I write, and I'll write a string of songs. I haven't written now for a few years. I haven't been able to because of some surgery on my hand, and then I'll just write a string of songs, but those songs usually are about things that I've witnessed and observed or gone through personally. So yeah, that album was a bit of audio biography, a lot of this.
Yeah. And Lessons of Love is really, it has a deep, deep message, and one that most musicians would not tackle.
Yeah, you know, I didn't set out to write a song about a woman contemplating abortion. It's a sensitive topic. Yeah. I actually checked into a funky little dive here in Newport Beach about 12 years ago and did a 40-day fast because I hadn't written in a few years. And I tell everybody, I went in there, the funky little place with a picnic table, 2 metal chairs, a laptop, a blanket, a pillow, an air mattress, and 8 guitars, and I got hungry for the truth. And this was one of the songs that I wrote during that time, but I never recorded it because I didn't want to offend anybody. But I began feeling the nagging last year that I needed to cut this song. And then after I cut it, the topic started blowing up all around us again, you know, the Roe versus Wade, pro-choice, pro-life.
Sure.
So
let's listen to a little clip of that.
She falls to her knees and she weeps and she pleads and she cries out to God while she begs and she bleeds and she prays for forgiveness and to be set free from this lesson in love.
I see you sitting there in the music video with your dark glasses, and it's a very dark kind of video, but then the light comes through. Tell me about the expression and what you hope to gain from creating that image.
Shoot, I happened to be at the studio in LA. I had to drive an hour and a half in traffic to sing one line because I wasn't happy with it. And while I'm there, Craig T. Fall, who's like my musical soulmate, said, "Hey, I've got a green screen in the garage set." Now I was wearing my camo pants that I love, my hat and sunglasses. I literally went in 5 minutes, sang the line, boom, I was done. He goes, let's do a video in the garage. And I go, look, I'm not. So I said, okay, we'll try it. went out in his garage where he had a green screen set up and did that. And I thought, okay, that look will work. And that's how that video came about. I wanted a ballerina in it to counterbalance, bring beauty to the pain, so to speak. And I think it worked beautifully the way we did that video.
You know, it's funny, you know, as you say, you're searching for your truth, you're trying to find yourself in something like that. You would think that somebody as accomplished as you wouldn't have that problem.
I don't know. I think we never make it. We're always striving for something different. And gosh, you know, I write what I write at the moment that I write it. I'm not one of those writers. I've butted heads with the publishers and commercial music business for years. It's like, I'm not going to sit in a room and try to write songs to get somebody else to record them. It's just not who I am. I'm a real diverse writer. And so I write what I write when I write it, whatever falls out of me. And I throw more good stuff away probably than I keep. I threw a song in the garbage once and Glen Campbell pulled it out of the garbage and recorded it and had a hit with it. So he told me, Dan, don't ever throw another song away until you play it for me first. You've got
what song was that? What song was that?
It was a song called Hang On Baby. We were in Vegas at the Frontier Hotel. I was writing for Glen for a year, hanging with Glen. And I went up in the room with Steve Harden, his keyboard player that had played in my band. And he started playing and I leaned over and started singing a verse, wrote a couple of verses down. And I went, oh, this isn't any good. And I threw it away and left it. He literally took it to Glen and Glen did it. It was crumpled up, said, what is this? And he played it. And I get a call about 6 months later from a friend saying, Glen's looking for you. He's doing your song on the Tonight Show tonight. You know, what song? He said, that song you wrote with Steve Harden, Hang On. I said, I didn't write anything with Steve Harden. And then 20 minutes after I hung up, I said, tell Glen he's got the wrong guy. After I hung up, I went, that's that song I started with Steve and threw away. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that surfaced, and I'm so happy to see you working hard. And Lessons of Love is a tremendous message, a tremendous song. And Dan, it's been a pleasure visiting with you, and continued success. And let's get that hand feeling better so we can play guitar.
I love it. Thank you so much for having me.